morning. It's getting kind of cold here in Chicago, so now I'm wearing a scarf and my winter jacket and also rocking a turban headscarf today. Mental moment of the day. I want to tell you that you must protect yourself. You need to protect your well-being and your sense of self. And what do I mean by this? So right now I'm going through a situation where I have to do some things legally and where I have to make some really important decisions that have been affecting my mental health and that have been affecting the mental health of, some parts of my family. And even in these hard decisions, you still have to protect yourself. And some people, especially your family, I don't know why my camera is doing this wavy thing. Your family will not understand why you're protecting yourself or why you're doing what you're doing or why this, that, and the third. But it's not their job to understand. It's your job to just really grab everything in life and everything you can by the reins and, do what's best for your mental health. And do what's best for you as a human, do what's best for your family, your immediate family, like the ones that you are around the most, that carry you and that hold you in the hard times. That's what I'm thinking about, not the family that might be shitting all over you or that's making things very difficult. And something I was telling one of my relatives is that, in this situation that I'm in, that we must protect ourselves because that's how we dictate what we're going to do. Because people are vicious. People can be very vicious. And, a lot of people operate still from a childlike state where they haven't checked their ego and where they don't know how to operate past their ego or past their infancy. So they, are stuck in this place where they are not able to operate well sometimes. And it affects your relationship with them. And then a lot of people have mental issues. But even in the midst of all those issues, in the midst of someone might, my mother was bipolar, which I'm not talking about my mother, but I have other family members that have mental issues. You still have to protect yourself. I've had alcoholism in my family, throughout my family. I still have had to protect myself. And you can still love these people, but you still have to do what you need to do for yourself. And it's a hard conversation that I had to have. One of my family friends who knows the situation, and he was telling me about things of the past, and that even though this is going to be hard, and that in the future you're going to probably have to, do something that you don't want to do because you're a good person. In this moment, in the present, you must prioritize protecting yourself and protecting your peace of mind. And that's all I'm going to focus on right now. And I'm going to focus on, I'm telling my relative that I'm dealing with this with, that we have to focus on our mental health right now and protect ourselves from the trauma that we are already enduring from this, but also from going into a place where we spiral. And that's what this situation could do if not taken care of properly. I'm just using my situation as an example for you to apply to your own life. I recently gave myself the title of a freedom coach because I really was trying to figure out how can I make my Instagram page into something that if someone looked at it more, that they will understand. I'm sorry I look so tired. I've just been so sleepy lately. I've had so much to do. I don't have to apologize for that, but I usually like to have a little bit of makeup on in the morning, but at least you can see these are my real bright eyes. But I think my eye's a little bit red. I'll have to put some eye drops in there. It's okay. I recently changed my Instagram name to Sassy Sacred Freedom, and I love the word healer, but I really was thinking what embodies the life that I want right now? And someone asked me that on a dating profile, they said, what are you looking for? And I was like, I'm looking for freedom. I started having sex to have freedom. I left my church to have freedom. And so, right now in my life, I value freedom. And so one thing that you can only do one thing that you can do so that you're more free is that you protect yourself from people that are vicious and that don't respect your boundaries and that don't value you. And they're not looking out for your best, even if they tell you that. Protect yourself. It's really, really, really important to protect yourself and to guard yourself against your heart getting hurt, against your brain being cluttered. That's why I live a very simple life, why I enjoy having a life that is free of drama, a life that is, where I can pay my bills and travel and I have good friends and stuff like that. And of course there are modifications that I want to make to that I will be making, and I'll let you all know about that in the future, because now I have time to focus. After all the death that I've gone through, I have more time to focus on myself instead of being in the hospital for like 6 months out of the year, which I really was in the hospital actually, for a whole year, but really for the past 6 months for 3 relatives that just 2 of them died. But yeah, please protect yourself. Not everybody's looking out for you. Protect yourself and your family. I know we don't always want to do that because we think that the people that we're born with are going to always be there for us, which may be accurate in some ways, but you still need to protect yourself against whatever abuse you might suffer from because of them. So I really hope that you do protect yourself and that you do take time to value your peace of mind and your health, your physical health, because the stress that builds up in your body can lead to you having ailments inside. So that's all I wanted to say this morning as I'm driving past the Cup Stadium, which I do basically every day. I don't go down Clark, but yeah, protect yourself. It's really important. And more people need to do that, and I'm trying to do that for myself, and I want to offer my advice and my wisdom that I've learned from having very unhealthy relationships and patterns and that I've adopted and that I'm learning to get through better because I am protecting myself and that I do want a life of freedom. So have a good day. Protect yourself.